Hey YouTube, it's Jay Elizabeth. I'm back with another video. This one is about fear of missing out, which is a really interesting concept. And I learned about it because I'm an entrepreneur and I always listen to entrepreneurial podcasts and audiobooks and everything else, YouTube, everything. Just what I do because when you're doing something, you want to get better at it. You want to stay in focus of what you're doing. And that's really what the message is about today, even with jealousy. So, fear of missing out is a marketing understanding that people have a fear of missing out. That's why, people do sales, like quick sales for a certain amount of days or over a weekend or like Black Friday. That is one day. And some people fear missing out. Now, if it wasn't gathering enough people or it was working very well, so they did Cyber Mondays on top of Black Friday, which makes sense, more money grab. And that's what businesses usually want to do, money grab, which is normal. It's just what businesses do. You can feel bad about it, you can feel any type of way about it, but it's just what businesses do. You got to have money to run your business. So now that you know fear of missing out is what a lot of people market towards, I think it's important to see if you have a fear of missing out on things. Not because you don't want to be marketed towards, but so that when you do find products that you enjoy, mentorships, or even programs, books, stores, products, whatever you're consuming, because you are a consumer, making sure that you're buying the best product for you so that you're not just impulse buying, because that's what they're trying to catch, the impulse buyers. And they'll always exist, but because I'm all about self-development, personal development, I want you to not be an impulse buyer. I'd rather you invest and spend your money on whatever you want to invest and spend your money on. That makes sense for you. So they play off the fact that the world is extremely loud. Like, there's so much going on. My children were just both telling me different stories, and I let them tell me their stories, but I also let them know, like, I got you guys your snacks, I got you guys your fruits and things and your chocolates, because we're going on another road trip. We're leaving Atlanta now, but I need quiet time right now to get my work done. So they're sitting in the grass right there, chilling and playing, doing what they need to do. And I am making my surroundings in my world quieter. So I'm not distracted or anything like that. So I don't have a fear of missing out on their stories. I don't have a fear of missing out on what's going on over there. I don't have a fear of missing out what's going on over there either, because I'm focused on what I'm supposed to be doing. And I like what I'm doing. So I'm not missing out on anything if I enjoy what I'm already doing. So they're trying to play off the fact that the world is extremely loud and it's easy to distract people from their goals, from their mission, from themselves, and from their problems. So things that can distract you from your problems: alcohol, clubs, drinking, not drinking, I already said that, smoking, and things of that nature. It could also be friends and their stories and their BS. Also, social media like YouTube, Instagram, etc. Things that distract you from yourself are other people living their lives. People love watching people live their lives. People love a certain number of things, but the things that people enjoy doing distracts you from yourself if you're watching other people do it and not doing it at all yourself. And then things that distract you from your goals are your excuses, your negative thoughts, probably the music that you're around, people that you're around, not having support from people that are like immediate, and pretty much expectations from others instead of having expectations for yourself. Someone like back in the day, like spirituality wasn't as popular. People would say like, it's a distraction, don't fall for it, it's a distraction, things like that. Now they're marketing at your distractions because they know people are distracted. Because back in the day, nobody ever stopped to explain, like, what do you mean it's a distraction? What could they possibly be distracting me from? I'm actually, like, if you're having fun being distracted, do you really feel distracted? If you're on social media hitting reels, eventually you're like, okay, this isn't productive. But right away, you're never like, oh, I should not be doing this. Oh no, I shouldn't be doing this, and keep scrolling. Like, no, they know it's an addictive function for people to scroll, so they play it off your natural psychology, your natural body technology to make money. Marketing. That's just what the world is. Psychological, everything. So there's this thing that we all have. It's called inattentional blindness. It's when we're hyper focusing on something and you miss things that are right in front of your eyes. They did a study on this, Harvard study. It's called the gorilla. Just look up gorilla in basketball. And they told, I'm not going to tell you what happened. I'm just going to let you find out. So you can see that things are hidden in plain sight at all times of the day. But if you're so distracted, you'll miss things that you could have seen, especially if you really needed to see it. So if you're so focused on being pleased or being pleasured by like social media or other people's business and things like that, you're missing what's in plain sight. You're missing your opportunity. You're distracted from yourself, which you should never allow to happen for longer than like an hour. Give yourself time to interact with other people. Give yourself time to see what's out there, research, things like that. But don't let it consume your life. Other people's lives shouldn't consume your life. For me, I really decided to go back to like paper. It's less distracting, it's less chaotic, and you're gonna know everything that you need to know, especially if you're looking at for certain topics. Like, report shows no relief for rising prices. That's super important to know, that prices are jumping higher and higher. Like, people need to prepare for that, but they're distracted by this girl going on a travel trip, or this guy proposing to his girlfriend, or this kid making faces outside your car door. You know, like, there's so many things that can distract you. But if you pick sources like paper, it's harder to get distracted, because it's just harder to get there's nothing popping out on this piece of paper, in this newspaper, for me to get distracted. In magazines about entrepreneurship, they're hyper focused on what I'm focused on. So I can't miss out on anything. If my goal was to become a better entrepreneur and I'm looking in an Entrepreneur or Forbes magazine, I can't miss anything. I can't miss the girl that's showing off her brand new Chanel bag. Like, that's great for her. I think people should do it, keep doing it, especially if it brings in a source of income. But if it's not making your life better, who cares? Especially if you're not getting inspiration to create the same thing. Like, I totally watch day in the life's TikToks from people like that are college students, or that are like just live a luxurious life, because I want to do those too. So I have to be inspired by somebody in order to make mine look good or better. You know, what are they not doing that I can do in mine? Things like that. Get inspired from people, but don't consume your life with their BS or their stuff, if you just want to call it stuff. And that brings me to the other point, jealousy. When you're looking on Instagram and stuff, or when people are explaining their lives, or you see people living their lives and you realize you're not living your life, like this guy staring at me make this video. Jealousy can arise because you might feel like you don't have time, or you haven't been focusing on that. When in actuality, do you want to focus on that? Do you have time that you can focus on that? Do you need something? Do you need something?
Can I get my shoes?
You can go have a seat. Do you need to focus on that? Is that going to better your life in any way? Things like that. Be inspired. If you're jealous, don't try to you shouldn't let jealousy consume you, because wanting what other people have might not even please you. Like, maybe somebody might want to do road trips because I like to travel a lot. But do you really want to do road trips? Do you want to spend that gas? Do you want to make sure you have food ready and available at all times? Do you want to be stopping at random fast food spots? Do you want to be around all these random people all the time? Or do you just want the experience of travel? Would you prefer a driver? Would you prefer an RV? Things like that. Let people inspire you to create your own life. Stop competing with people and what they've already done. For example, basketball is already a pre-made thing. People have to compete because they're staying in basketball. But if you create your own version, you created something versus competing with people. Stop trying to compete with people. Stop trying to have what they have. Create your own shit because you'll like it a whole lot better. Make it your own. Make things your own. Make your life your own. This is your life. All right, guys. That is my message for today. Don't fear missing out because you can create the life that you want and know that you're not missing out on anything. Don't let people market at you like you're some impulse buyer. Don't let people degrade you like that. Be the creator of your life. Enjoy your life. And if you haven't figured yourself out, I highly suggest astrology. And if you need an intellectual assistance, I do have the self-program on sale for the rest of the month. Well, actually, it's on sale until the 22nd of February. And it'll help you intellectually tap in using your mind, giving you questions that you need to ask yourself, giving you the roadmap to what you need to ask yourself to get where you want to be and understand what you need to be doing. So what you need to focus on. You can do it on your own. I highly encourage you to. That's why I'm doing these lives, just to have you thinking about things. But understand that everything is mind. Your thought processes, what you think of things is how they will be. If you think men are trash, they're trash. If you think salad is good for you in large amounts, then it could be good for you in large amounts. But you should also have fact and look at other perspectives just to see if yours is actually true. Go experience life. Go live life. Don't just get consumed by other people's lives. Later, guys.